my loves. How are we doing? All right. I feel like for this collective, you are on the brink or already have just hit detachment, and it's scaring the crap out of you. I feel like somebody's come to a dead halt of like maybe you're kind of in la la land, you know, life's going, you know, just another day. And then it's like you kind of hit a spot of, I'm not really thinking about my person as much anymore. What does this mean? I think you're confusing it with detachment as if I feel like you're really stressing yourself out, thinking your person's dipped out of the hills and it's a done deal. And like I said, to be fair, detachment does come off scary because what you're doing is energetically you're tapping into the unknown. You're surrendering and you're letting things flow in. And yes, it could be very scary, but I think you're confusing it with detachment versus, oh, there's something completely wrong. You could be a collective. You think the worst of everything. I just kind of want to confirm this energy and I'll break everything down. Which, by the way, I go long and detailed for a reason. So if none of this applies to you, that is completely okay. I will be back some other time. But let me confirm this collective's energy as far as the detachment phase. Yeah, Six of Wands. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, and if anything, you should be celebrating right now. That is my victory card. It's like you finally hit detachment. But again, I think you're confusing it as something's wrong, something's off. Like, this isn't right. Oh, my person's dipped out. They moved on, blah, 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 blah. You're going a million miles an hour when in reality you don't know anything. That's what I'm saying. You should be, you know, the sun, everything's good. They're saying you're safe. I feel like your spirit guides are like, congratulations, and you're screaming fuck in your bedroom like, oh gosh, what is happening? They're trying to calm you down a little bit. Yeah, Two of Swords, you need to take the blinders off, you know, because Two of Swords, that's all about, you know, you're kind of like one way, you're at a crossroads right there. Truly, take the blinders off. This is good. This should immediately be a confirmation for this collective that no, nothing's going wrong. Yeah, the moon, you're scared of the unknown. Like I said, detachment, yes, it can be very scary. When you finally throw up that white flag and say, I surrender, whatever will flow will never miss me, that means you truly have no control of your person, the timing, when and how and why is it going to happen? Why has things happened? Right now, I think you're in a spot where you're not getting anything. You get it, but you're not seeing the situation. If it's kind of like, again, I always use that, if you're not seeing it, feeling it, hearing it, it's not happening. I feel like that's what you're embodying right now. There's a lot of confusion going on. With the Six of Wands being your first card, you should be very excited about this. What you are doing is letting go of obsession. That has been, like trigger warning, that's been your toxic trait over this person for the longest time. Maybe you were that type to, you know, constantly like long over them and check their social medias and like, you know, wanted to know, like, you know, maybe check on, you know, if you own a tarot deck. I got Devil at the bottom deck sign. That's been your biggest toxicity as far as over this person. You're letting that go. Maybe, and again, sign, maybe you own a tarot deck and like maybe you're constantly like flipping through cards. You're not worried about it anymore, but I think it's flown to you naturally. Yes, you're disciplining yourself, but I think, again, I'm seeing somebody stopping dead in their tracks and go, wait a minute, I haven't checked on my person. I haven't wondered whether they're at. What does this mean? Like, I feel like somebody's getting all bug-eyed and crazy. Relax. Nine of Swords, you're stressing yourself out. And for what? Again, you should be getting excited. You're evolving. That means things are shifting for the better. And then, like I said, that could be a sign, like I said, in the nice way. Maybe something's happening. Things are going on behind the scenes. You're just not seeing it. And yet you're crying and wondering what is going on in the world. Relax. Like I said, in a nice way, maybe you're a collective. You truly think the worst out of a lot of things. What if everything goes correctly? Eight of Pentacles, it's working. Your hard work is paying off, but so is your person's. You're just not seeing it. You're creating illusions and scenarios in your head that's possibly not there. Let me just do one more and then I'll see how do you feel about this person. Four of Wands, working towards union. You're thinking the worst. They moved on. They're doing this. They're doing that. They're not worried about me. If I'm not thinking about them, that means they're not thinking about me. I know. Nah. In the nicest way, sometimes you don't need to know the answers for everything. Sometimes, and to be honest, you don't have the answers to everything. And with the moon, you're not supposed to. You're supposed to worry about you. So what you're doing, continue to do it. That is the whole point of detachment. You're not supposed to worry about what they're up to. Everything will be illuminated when the time is right. And the part of detachment is you have zero control over it. And you are aware of that, but continue to embrace it. You're not supposed to be afraid of it. It's kind of like that, don't be afraid of the dark. The light will turn on eventually. Okay. Now let's break this bad boy down. Okay. So let me kind of just see, how does this collective specifically feel about their person other than your detachment and you're like driving yourself crazy right now. And again, I'm not here to tell you how to feel. I'm here to confirm how you're feeling. Okay. So let's figure out what is going on with this collective. How's this collective feeling about their person? I have a feeling I'm going to get a bunch of cards of you like thinking of scenarios. Guarantee it. Destiny. I got Virgo. Future focus. Insecurities and masquerading. You think this person's wearing a mask. And you're feeling a little insecure about it. I know. You or this person could be a Virgo. I had my life all planned out, focusing on my 5-year plan, but then I met you and everything changed. I didn't know how to rearrange my life for you. I should have learned to compromise. That's what I'm saying. Don't make this fit. You clearly see your person as like you two are bound to be together no matter what. But it's like you're focusing again way too much into the future of kind of into the unknown. Maybe you're thinking a little too far ahead when it does come to this person. Maybe you literally some about a 5-year plan, or maybe, you know, we are coming close to the end of the year. Maybe you are thinking of what am I hoping to succeed at, by 2025, and maybe this is what you're kind of thinking about is your person. Maybe this collective, you are a planner. Maybe you are a Virgo. Like maybe you do have a way of planning stuff. I'm also hearing you could be a Capricorn as well. Maybe you're thinking too far ahead. Maybe you're thinking, well, I want me and my person to move states or move in this house. Like you're really having everything planned out. That's why I said at the beginning of this reading, maybe you're not supposed to know everything. But again, you're not seeing it, believing it, or feeling it. So it's kind of like, I'm seeing like sinking shoulders a little bit. And again, I think you're creating an illusion that this person's still wearing a mask and they're not, awakened to it. And I feel like it's frustrating the crap out of you. Masquerading. Drinking the Kool-Aid. I followed blindly to what everyone else was telling me. They made me believe our connection wasn't real and that it was a waste of my time. I know that was untrue. Sign, but I feel like it's this collective. Listen to others and disregards their own feelings. I think what's this insecurities is like you're letting your ego overrule right now. You're not really thinking about, hey, you're just detaching. Insecurities, yes, as I'm saying that, yes, absolutely. It's a kick in the butt of a reading, but it's for your higher good. Future focus. And then I got wordless right here as a sign. Like, that's what I'm saying, no contact right here. This is definitely somebody you're in no contact with. Because, again, you don't really know anything. You're just basing it off of, again, your ego. There is so much for me to tell you, but I am unable to express myself in a rational way. So I rather keep quiet. Sign. Virgo. And then maybe leaning towards yes. I feel like you're kind of up and down about it. I'm hearing don't do it. You could, because you're doing the what's going on. You may be on the verge of wanting to contact your person. I'm hearing no, let it go. You're supposed to be in detachment. Don't go back to chasing. Don't do that. Nope. You sit pretty and just hang in, kitten. Destiny. And then age difference, so sign, like you and this person can have an age gap. This person could be older than you, vice versa. Let me actually do one more for this future focus. And then triggered. One second. I think for this collective, spiritually, you've been used to getting signs and synchronicities and, you've been, everything's been fluently coming to you. And I feel like for the first time in this journey, it's been radio silent from the universe and it's freaking you out. Here's a secret. They're doing this to you on purpose, so just test you right now. Are you going to do something, sorry, crazy and text this person with that maybe? Like, maybe I'll text them, maybe I'll call them, maybe not. Are you going to do that? Are you going to let your ego overrule? Are you going to let